Hey guys, welcome back to Snap-On Chronicles. Today we have another ratchet video for you. But before we start, if you appreciate this type of content, you into ratchets and tools, could you please consider giving me a like or sharing or even better subscribing? That would really help me out. Okay, today we have a Snap-On F-710B USA. It's very well worn. This one's has some good pitting going on. The handle. It's the head. Switch. As you can see here, in between the on and the off, there's a symbol. Looks like a Z. That symbol is for 1962. So this ratchet's from 1962. There's the profile of the head. Okay, let's open it up. It has these little slotted screws, so you probably need like a little screwdriver, a little flathead. This is what the screw looks like. These screws are probably still available from Snap-On. If you have some stripped out or missing, you could probably check with Snap-On, and I think they still make these screws. Okay. Just pull up on the anvil and the plate pops out. This is what the plate looks like. It's super thick, like on most Snap-ons. They have a good plate, real thick. And here's the gear. Very coarse. This gear has 20 teeth. It's a 3/8 drive, by the way. And you can see the ball detent, how it was peened. They have like a jagged peening, not like the nice round solid peen. And on the other side there's a hole. And you can actually see the spring in there. I'm not sure if this hole was drilled later or if it's an original hole. So maybe if somebody has more knowledge, they can let me know. And here, let's look at the teeth. Okay, there's also a ring around the gear. This pops out. It's a little loose. Maybe if I got a newer ring, it would catch there better. It would grip better. But it just sits in there like that. has like little ridges. I guess those ridges are supposed to catch on the edge, but they're not catching too good. Here's the pawl. It has one tooth. Just one tooth. And it's pinned in place. And there's a spring and ball underneath the pawl. And there goes the ring. This is what the switch looks like. I don't think this is an original switch because it looks newer than the rest of the ratchet. This is what the inside of the mechanism of the head looks like. And I was in the comment section on another channel, and someone was talking about how Craftsman was so bad, and when they actually got real tools, they concurred that Craftsman was actually really bad. But for comparison, I have here the old Moore Drop Forge Flying V from around the same era as this the Snap-On. So Moore Drop Forge, it got bought up by Eastco in the late 60s, and they remained producing from the late 60s on. They continued producing. Eastco did Craftsman ratchets, but before that it was Moore Drop Forge, and this is from the Moore Drop Forge era. Okay, I already took out the retention rings just to save time, but that's the ring that goes there, and then there's a retention ring that you compress with a needle nose to get this out. And here is the gear. This is a 24 tooth gear, the Craftsman, and here's what they look like side by side with the Snap-On. I would give it a little bit to the Snap-On because it has like a wider teeth, as you can see here. The Craftsman has like a thinner row of teeth. And the switch also comes with a little compression ring. I took it off to save time. This is what the switch looks like. This is the pawl for the Craftsman. It looks a lot bigger than the pawl for the Snap-On. And this pawl actually has two teeth for engagement, where the Snap-On has one tooth for engagement. Where I would give it to the Snap-On is, you see the pawl here, I mean the hole for the pawl. These walls here aren't as thick as these walls here. So when the pawl is locked and exerting pressure down here, these walls are pretty thick. as compared to these walls here. But I've heard that the Craftsman did have a good reputation for being a strong ratchet. So you take that all with a grain of salt. But okay, I'll put the Craftsman back together later. Okay, to get this back together, the Snap-on, it's simple. You just, if you need to replace that ring, just pop it in. You might have to knock it in with something and to make sure it slides in all the way. Take your gear, put it in the hole. This is what it looks like when it's engaged in ratcheting. See how the mechanism, when it's locked, it exerts pressure on this side of the paw and the wall here. And the opposite, it exerts pressure here. All right. You take your plate, drop it on the anvil, take your screws, screw down your plate. Remember, don't over torque these screws. They're pretty small, and you don't want to strip them out because you might be able to find replacements, but who wants the hassle? And you test it out, you see it's working. Okay, that's my teardown of the Snap-On F-710B, and also a comparison to the Craftsman Flying Bee. Alright guys, take care.